Oh, good grief. I apologize. I was talking for about a minute and a half and there was nothing but dead silence. So, let me restart this. Oh, wonderful. Because you guys need to see all that. Actually, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. I'll just have to edit this down later. Okay. Three, two, one. Welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm Tresk. That's pretty much it. We'll be talking about the stream today. It's just going to be a quick stream. Nothing much other than we're just talking about it, discussing how things have been lately. I apologize in advance that there is no actual camera today. The room is in a particular sort of state due to family members. I recently had a birthday, so I'm still working out, like, cleaning up this room. Anyways, let's continue on. So, the stream as of late has not been doing all that well. There's definitely a lot of things I could do to improve on it, and a lot of things I said I was going to improve and didn't really stick with or didn't really even start. But even though the stream has had its up and downs, it's also had its up and downs with YouTube side as well, be it with things constantly being blocked or being muted or getting strikes. So I'm trying not to have that happen anymore, but it is what it is. As you can see, I did actually stream Shadowbringers this time around. Not Shadowbringers, Endwalker. These names are similar. I did stream Endwalker this time around, even though I was kind of excited to. But even then, it was probably for the best that I didn't. Off screen, that was a bit of a hassle to actually get that started. So for the best, everything worked out in its best capacity for that expansion. Aside from that, I didn't play as many cooperative games as I would have liked to, but it is what it is. I'm slowly realizing that things are going to have to actually just change, even if I don't want it to or not. And with that includes various things like the schedule. Like, seriously, this time the schedule is going to actually have to change. And I guess more or less the reality is settling in, if it didn't already this year or even the year prior. But I want to do better by the stream. I want to do better by you guys and better for myself. And as the years progress with this, I gotta realize where to take the hits. So I did make a channel for edited content, but I haven't really announced anything for it. I haven't uploaded anything for it yet. I'm still deciding on what's the best thing to upload first. So I'm still working on that. That channel, I want that to be where I actually start putting in the work, and this older channel is just where I can see what I've done what's what can be salvaged or what should be edited down, that sort of thing. But moving on from that, I do want to talk about the things that I can do for this channel. So I made another document, and it has to do with some of the things I've been working on, some of the things I want to work on. I do have a blog, but that doesn't really have a major focus. But I am going to keep trying to work on it every so often, see if I can maybe add some reviews on there, because I I'm still working out how I want to do reviews. Because the old way I wanted to do that, it's probably not possible for me. Or to at least do it in a imaginable sense. And like I said, I want to do more edited content. I would like to get back into podcasting to some varying degree. Because that was where I got my start in all this. It was fun. I did enjoy it. But I also don't like just talking to myself. So it's come to a point where it's not about whether I technically like doing a thing or not, is whether if I just do it. So with podcasting, I'm just gonna have to do that. Regardless of if I have a guest for the week or not. I just try my best. No, not even try my best. I gotta try better than my best. I gotta just do it. So now I want to do more cooperative Let's Plays. But again, that's a hit or miss thing. So I have to choose wisely about how I go about that. So I'm thinking, hello, Megasonic. So I'm thinking I should just do the kind of content I want, regardless of if it's way too late. Just do the content. As far as like cooperative Let's Plays go, that's something I definitely want to do more of. It's been one of the things I want to do more of, and I just don't do it enough. Be it of older games, be it of newer games. And maybe I just need to explain this more to the people I try to work with. Um, Anyways, I also want to do more of my backlog, for instance, as a future goal. The future goals are stuff I want to do. The current goals are stuff I'm capable of doing. And I'm capable of getting more Let's Plays out. I'm capable of doing more blog content. I could do edited content. And I could do podcasts. These are four simple things I can do. And I want to do more of. Future goals, obviously, this is stuff I can probably do. But I need a bit more research into how to get done, especially with the charity drives and the video reviews. And as you can see here, currently unreachable. This was stuff I wanted for the stream long before since you guys knew me. Because once I heard about like Justin TV and such, I wanted to do this. I wanted to do recording on YouTube. A friend mentioned I should probably do streaming, so I wanted to do streaming, so here I am. And this is just stuff I wanted to do since like back in high school. So now, not only is that stuff currently unreachable, that is like a fool's dream of trying to chase. Could it happen for me? Yeah, maybe. Will it happen? Probably not. Well, will I go about that? Of course. Of course. Now, aside from the current goals, there is show ideas I want to do, which is 3060. 3060 was something I was doing a while ago. You know them as quick plays, but quick plays don't usually end up being quick, especially when it comes to uh doing anything concerning having Daniel around. Now, I figure I can redo quick plays as like somewhat added content for certain games, and depending on the game, it might be 30 minutes, it might be 60 minutes, so I put it 3060. And these are generally speaking what the quick plays are going to be from now on. Um, cruise control. Cruise control is an interesting sort of thing. It has to do with me pretty much playing fighting games. Because if anyone knows me, I like my fighting games a lot. Maybe I don't play them as much as I should, but I definitely like my fighting games a lot. It's not my top genre, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely the top 5. It might be even in the top 3. Now with cruise control, I'm not the best player. I do go out of my way to try to learn, but I have a habit. I have bad habits. Bad habits I want to kick. Bad habits I want to improve upon, and just be a better player. And so with cruise control, it's just going to be me going through the motions of trying to improve, trying to get better, and maybe even having someone mentor me, teach me how to play the game, and try my best to get better at it. But I'm still working out what that's going to be. Game of the month is as it sounds. I'm probably pick up a game once a month, but this is something I can't do at the moment because game of the month requires money for the game of the month. I don't have that. So that's going to be a thing that's on the back burner. And you heard me mention of Worthy multiple times. It's a series of like just talk about various characters and if they could be in this game or that game, sort of thing, be as like a crossover character in a game, or maybe even like a character for a fighting game. Like I'll give an example. Literally anything for Smash. Anything for Smash. Um any hypothetical like Street Fighter versus Tekken, well Tekken versus Street Fighter, or like a new Capcom versus SNK, that sort of thing. Because at this point, we've it's been years since Capcom versus SNK. There's been a lot of new characters. There's been a lot of old characters that never got their time, so it's it would be that sort of thing. And stream ideas, of course. The difference between show ideas and stream ideas is show ideas is me actually going through the motions of trying to make content for YouTube, basically, while stream ideas is literally that streams. Um, long plays, as you know them, is my attempts at like trying to do a quick play that ends up being much longer. Dev Diary is something I'm gonna have to change the name of, but basically, um, I have been messing around with Game Maker, so maybe we could try to work that into a stream. Let's see how that works out. Saturday Night Smash is a throwback of what you guys already knew way back, of like we played Smash Bros on Saturdays, and I want to try to make that a thing again, but I also want to keep it controlled. The reason why that kind of stopped was it just was chaos after a while of people just not knowing how to behave. And same with like the Thursday throwdowns. The Thursday throwdowns was also another thing, which was just specifically fighter related. But again, some of the random people, some of the newer people that joined the streams just didn't really know how to behave as well. So I tried for months and months and just decided it's it's not how I want the stream to be. Let's just stop this for a while. Let's dial it back. Let's see where we can take this again. Start over. Get it done. And you can ignore the cooperative notes because that's just me being me, try to make things better for the videos in general, such as uh try to make sure I'm not overpowered or try to make sure someone else is not overpowered compared to everyone else. Just keep things fair and balanced and try to keep everyone on screen at once. I don't like it when the stream is focused on what I'm doing, even though I have friends there, even though I have other partners there. They should be get a chance to see what they're doing as well. You guys should also get a chance to see what they're doing as well. Now, my criticisms. I've been keeping this every single time I get a new one. Um, so I'm trying to do better every time I see one of these come up. I do take them into consideration. One of them is me obviously not being talkative enough. I know this for a fact. I'm not a talkative person. And so maybe that's not the best for your streamer. Because a lot of people like the big, loud, entertainment style streamers. But if I'm not talkative, then maybe I'm just not talkative. And I'd rather be myself rather than being uh completely false. Obviously, I want to entertain you guys, so I will do my best to talk more. But if I'm just not in the mood to talk, or if I'm just concentrating, that can't be helped. Other than me literally trying to speak over my own thoughts. As in, for not funny, I don't know what I can do for that. I have been looking at other videos of other Let's Players and such. I've gone back to, um, like the ones I like, which was, say like a Dash EXP or a Maximilian dude. Or one of my other favorites was Super Best Friends. And mostly what I gotta do is just have more stories or just have more like interactions with the game. Be more be more talkative. That's pretty much it. Being funny and being talkative are one to one the same problem. Because one of the things I did enjoy about Super Best Friends was um just their stories of when they were beta testers and such. Or a story about like when they're at a convention. As for that, people like Dashi. Oh, also I guess at the time maybe like Erika when he was around. If you want another example about that, but I just want to be myself, and I never thought myself as a funny person, but people do find me funny for some reason. My sort of dry humor, or my sort of like the self-depreciative humor as well. Or maybe just the way I fumble up words too, because that's happened a couple of times. Now, get into imbalanced audio. Imbalanced audio is something I have already been working on. Actually, I've done a slew of stuff to try to balance the audio better, be it between the games and such, part of like compressors and EQs. Just trying to make the stream better. There's a couple of hiccups along the way because as I was trying to work on stuff for say the Darksiders stream, there's a whole half of a video where it seems to be unusable audio wise because I believe it has to do with the lightning crackles on that stage. And maybe because the stream uh upload was far too high for not YouTube, for Twitch to handle. Those things are fixed. I haven't gone back to that game since, so I don't know if that was just a bug for that day, just being in that area. But that's the only part of the stream where there was audio issues. I'm working on such stuff such as the videos issue as well, where we had a black screen for a couple of days. That seems to be fixed now. But that is something I'm actively working on, and I hope it actually shows, because I can understand that I have certain friends that are incredibly loud. I have certain friends that are incredibly soft, and me myself, I know that some days I'm just not where the mic is supposed to be. Such as today. Today is actually one of those days where I have the mic centered where it's supposed to be. The pop filter wasn't. Now, another thing was inconsistent schedule. Now, this was usually a problem. I actually did have a fairly good schedule. It's only as of this year was my schedule incredibly inconsistent between certain months. And I'll be honest, there'll be days like I'm like I don't want to stream, or I'm in a bad mood. The stream will suffer for it, and then I feel bad and go and stream anyway. And then sure enough, the stream may actually have suffered for it. So I'm trying to figure out now what to do about that. Now, because I want to actually focus on getting work, going to school again, I do want to change the schedule. I do want to actually make the schedule better. I'm thinking either 3 or 4 days out of the week rather than 6 days, 5 to 6. So I'm thinking either Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Wednesday to Saturday. And I'll use those additional days to actually go about editing. Obviously, there are some other things such as 14. 14's a thing where everyone wants to do stuff on Tuesday because Tuesday's reset day. And I would like to change that, but that's one of those things where I have to talk to people. People might not agree. And so those reset streams might either disappear or I have to work out my schedule around that once more until I eventually stop playing 14, because I am thinking about it. I don't think I want to play well into the next expansion either. I believe there'll be another expansion, but I'm done with everything. I feel as though the Heidelin versus Zodiac storyline ended incredibly well for what it was, especially for something that was, I believe, 10 years in the making. So, you know what? I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine with my story ending there along with it. But that's neither here or there. We'll just have to wait and see, because people will be people concerning that. Now, here's some of the stuff I don't know what to do. The game is boring. I don't know what to do about this. I play a variety of different games. I play such a big variety of games where, like, it's not even the kind of game I'm willing to actually buy or would not normally play under basic circumstances. Such as, let's say Dark Souls. Dark Souls is a great game. Bloodborne, let's talk about Bloodborne. Bloodborne's a great game. I love the weapons of Bloodborne. For some reason, I cannot get into Bloodborne. I think it has to do with it being a Souls-like game. I normally don't like Souls games. And I've tried. I have tried multiple times and I just can't get into it. However, I really enjoyed Code Vein. And I wanted to like Neo 1, but I couldn't get into it. Maybe Neo 2? Maybe Neo 2 will actually be better for me. I don't know. But I would like to give it a shot. I can't promise that I'll stick with it. I have tried Bloodborne multiple times on stream over the past 2 or 3 years. And it's just not stuck with me. No matter what, I just can't stick with that game. And then there's other things where like, hey, I love this game. Everyone hates it. That was probably Shenmue. Shenmue means a lot to me. And the stream, to a degree, wasn't liking it. YouTube wasn't liking it. Now, granted, I had people who liked it, who happened to have been people that played the game. That's sort of different. Of course, you like it. You played the game. You have as much connection with the game as I do. So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. I could play a game that everyone likes and I don't like it, and because I don't like it, it'll make the game boring. Or I love this game, and despite my enthusiasm for it, people just don't connect with me. People just don't connect with the game. So it's one of those things I'm still trying to take it to terms with, and try to figure out what's best to actually go up on YouTube. I'll probably still play these sort of games, regardless or not on the stream. But I'll admit that sort of like soured me wanting to actually stream Shenmue when I got that like multiple times from certain people that I know. Then we get into not engaging with the chat. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do there. I don't have a large chat. And I get it. Sometimes like for Megasonic, for example, I just don't see the chat. I'm so engrossed into the thing that I'm doing, I don't see the chat. I don't give the chat enough I don't give the chat enough to actually make a conversation about what I'm talking about. That I could probably do better on. Being able to see the chat, that I could do better on. So I'm doing everything that I can for that purpose. Even with the small chat that I may accumulate. And that, I would say that doesn't just go along with engaging with the chat, but also engaging with my social media. I need to talk about my social media a bit better. Now, that's a thing where I don't want to do that. It's a thing I have to do, I don't want to do. Because I've seen what social media does. It destroys people's lives just for saying the wrong thing. And I don't want to go through that. So I try to keep my social media as, well, media, but not necessarily the social part. Hey, I'm willing to network. I'm willing to talk about my stream, but I'm not willing to talk about like my personal life, what's going on, stuff like that. I really don't like doing that because I didn't feel that was the purpose of my social media account. And sure, I'm sure people see like all the art that I might like. I wish I got more scenery art, to be honest with you. I do like photography, but I just don't get it half the time. But like I said, this whole aspect of not engaging with the chat, not engaging with social media, I need to network better. Yeah, that stuff I think about all the time when it comes to my stream, and I just don't do it. Now, another thing with the game is bored is I'm told sometimes I don't understand this game, and no matter what how I explain it, I get that response so many times. I don't know if it's just a particular person just not understanding the games, or like these games are really that odd. I don't understand this game. I don't understand why you like this game. And then this as a particular one that is rather recent. It is boring when I'm constantly dying. Now, I don't know what I can do about that other than literally get good. But this is an odd complaint. But I've definitely seen this complaint actually dip my numbers. The moment I start dying a few times, people start leaving. So I don't know if I just can't make dying seem funny, or maybe it's because of the fact that I'm very chill and calm when I fail in a game rather than getting so upset banging the keyboard or something, or just yelling. Because I'm not a person that yells a lot. I'm not a person that curses, or at least tries not to. So for me, that might have to do with it. Maybe I can. I don't know. I really don't know with that one. So yeah, like I said, things have to change with the stream. So I'm really trying to work hard on that. By all means, if people have ideas to discuss with me, they probably should. They can find me on Discord. They can find me on Twitch, on Twitter, on YouTube. Doesn't matter where. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to hear. I'm willing to take everything into consideration and move forward. Obviously, another complaint is that I don't use my camera. And I think maybe it's time I should probably use the camera a bit more. Maybe I just have to bite the bullet, use that camera. I don't like using it. I don't like it as a particular style for my streams, but it is what it is. So maybe I need to do more experimental streams with the camera running, like stuff for fighting games, or well, I don't really play horror games, so there's that. So there would be no point in me doing so. But hey, if I played horror games, maybe I will use the camera. So yeah, I think that's everything to talk about. Well, this has been a very quiet stream, all things considered. I know that I did this rather late, rather than the usual time. Like I said, uh, lately I've been having inconsistent streams, so that's the reason right now where I don't have many people in the chat. Then obviously I'm not a big streamer. I'm not sure what else to do. I really don't. than just actually take the time to learn how to use proper video editing software and just do what everyone else is doing. But I'll be honest with you, these like quick cut videos with sound effects and such, I don't really like this. I miss old school like let's plays of just let the game run. Let the game breathe. But everything has to be quick pace, hard cut, fast cut, swipe, and a bunch of zoom ins and special effects, and I guess I'm just showing my age. Because I don't know where to look anymore. A lot of the old old heads that did this stream and stuff, this video YouTube and stuff, they either evolved or they stuck with what they're known for and didn't move from that spot. And here I am like in between. Should I try to change myself? Or should I try to stick with what I like, stick with what works for me, even if all I get is like 25 views, 50 views, 100 views, but no comments. With the videos barely watched because they're full streams. But I really wanted to do this. It was just good to be recorded with videos that were 15 minutes long. Something that you could watch in between what you normally watch. That would be an hour long or 30 minutes long. And the content was going to be very different. But now I just need to see what I can do and do well. And do that extremely well. I really want to do those charity drives. Above all the things that I want to do, it's those charity drives because I have had that link to charity, I believe to St. Jude's Hospital, for about a year and a half now, and not a cent has gone into that. And that bothers me. Because I don't believe that's necessarily, well, people don't want to donate to that charity. I think that has to do with me. I feel like that definitely has to do with me, and that I'm not doing enough to make that apparent. So I really want to get a charity drive going and actually make that link work. A whole year and a half, and I can't get a single cent out to a child, to a charity. That bothers me. I come from a family of givers, especially towards charities, and I felt like this was my time to try to give back, especially to a hospital that has actively helped out my family in more than one way, and I can't. That bothers me. That that makes me somewhat angry. Not even somewhat. I am angry right now at myself for not being able to get that done. Not gonna even sugarcoat that. Anyways, I understand this was hastily made, so I'm just going to cut the stream here. I'm going to give this a little quick edit, put it back on YouTube later. And I'll see you guys around. Thank you, Megasonic, for showing up. Thank you anyone that will watch this later on Twitch or YouTube. And I'll possibly make a blog about this later on in the week. I was going to do that today and did not have the chance to, so I will try to do that within the week, along with editing down the streams about Metroid Dread and the streams about DNF Duel, because that was a lot of fun. I look forward to that game, as simple as it is. So yes, I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for listening out to me. I do appreciate it. And I will see you guys later.